If you're in your 30s or even your 20s, you're tired of all these bullshit jobs, well then this video is for you, because there's one type of job pulled me out of really my lowest point in life. I was broke, I was living in my in-laws basement, I was married, just had a baby, and I was unemployed. And I had absolutely no idea what to do until I took this type of job. And there's going to be cursing in this video because I don't really care anymore. Nobody watches my shit anyway, so I might as well just be real and talk exactly how I would naturally talk, because I don't care. I'm assuming 90% of you already clicked off this video, so for the 10% that are left, this is what I did to stop thinking about having to take some of these bullshit jobs where I was working at a grocery store or a pet store. It was just some shit that I hated, or even part of my job as a park ranger where I'm driving to work and just like had enough and just pissed off and don't even want to show up anymore. And it's a type of job that no one else, for some reason, no one else is talking about on YouTube, which I really don't understand. It offers tons of mobility, you get benefits, you have job security. I've seen all these damn layoffs going on recently. It's like the last type of job with a pension. Pay is decent. I mean, I'm working this job and I'm making the absolute most amount of money I ever made in my life. I think part of the reason why is because you start off slow, but if you're young in your 20s and 30s like I was, you have a lot of time to build up with this type of position. And if you're working some type of job where you're in a restaurant or like a grocery store like I was, and you absolutely hate it, then I would suggest working this type of job. There's nothing wrong with that sort of job that you're working, but if you hate it, then yeah, there is something wrong with it, right? Why are you going to continue doing it if you absolutely hate it? So I'll just get to it. So this type of job is called a local government job here, specifically in the United States, and that includes your towns or your cities. I've worked in a big city before. I've worked in a small town, worked even a smaller town, and it could be in your hometown, it could be something that's 30 45 minutes away. I've driven up to 45 minutes to a local government job because the pay was more than I was making and I didn't mind. And honestly, I think this is one of the most important videos because I see so many of you struggling out there like I was, like absolutely hopeless, like I have no idea what I'm going to do. I'm tired of working these damn bullshit jobs, and I don't really have a path to move up in life. I'm down here in life and I don't know how to get here. I want to be here, I want to work hard, but I'm just stuck and I have no idea what to do. This is exactly what I did. I see so many of you out there feeling this way like I did, and I don't want you to go through that anymore. It's too many damn people struggling out here. And I'm not saying you're gonna get a local government job and it's gonna be some get rich quick type of thing. No, but it was an actual path for me. It was somewhere where I could say, okay, I'm going to get in here, I'm going to take the skills I already have, the education I already have, work hard, network, and move up. I might have to change departments, I might have to move to another local government entity after I get my experience here, but it's an actual path. And for the rest of you who are graduating college and want this like 6-figure income, maybe you can get it. I didn't. If that's what you're going for and you've been trying for a while and you can't get anything, go to local government because they have all types of jobs. Like I was working in the parks department. After I got laid off as a software developer, my lowest point in life, my wife just delivered our baby and I'm sitting in the hospital and being told that I'm being laid off because the business is closing. This type of job pulled me out of that. But what I did was I worked for the parks department. I was cleaning their bathrooms and picking up trash, and I took that job just because I needed something. Like I needed something that was stable, something where I wasn't going to get laid off again, provide me a stable income, benefits for my family, health benefits and all that, an actual retirement. And so what I did was I just took everything I had, put it into my resume because I needed a job quickly, and I got in the door. The plan wasn't to stay there. That first position, I only worked it for a few months. I think it was 4 months, and then I was promoted. And if you have any amount of actual skills, you could do the same thing. This isn't some guru BS where you're gonna like make 6 figures in a year or something. But I started out with this job cleaning toilets. By the way, anyone can clean a toilet. If you can't clean a toilet, I don't know what to tell you outside of like a disability or something, because that I could understand. But if you don't have any of that and you can't clean a toilet, then I don't know why you're trying to find work anyway. But that's what I did. I cleaned toilets, cleaned bathrooms, picked up trash, and I started out making $43,000 per year. Was not enough to sustain a household or sustain a family, but at the time I was living in my in-laws basement, so I didn't really have a whole lot of expenses. But if I had to, I would have worked that job and gotten a part-time job on the side too. But anyway, the point is that almost anybody can take these type of jobs. For me, it was the parks department, but they have like police, and first responders. There's like marketing, accounting. You could work in policy. You could work in the environmental field like I do now. There's finance. There's management. And I get it. Maybe you're somebody who graduated college recently and you put in the work and you just want the payoff, and you want something making, I don't know, like 60, 70, 80, $100,000, whatever. But if you're not finding anything and you're struggling, just take this type of job. It'll get you experience, and there's such a low barrier to entry. And I'm telling you, once you're in, the competition is so low. The bar is low. It's not because there isn't a high expectation. It's because so many people get into this type of job and they half-ass it. And it's not everyone. I'm not talking down, on people. I work with so many people that work hard, but on the other side of that, there's so many people who get in, they work there for years and they found some stability, and then their quality of work dips significantly and they stay in that position, and then they wind up hating it, resenting it, and then they resent other people because they're getting promoted and this person who's half-assing their job now for years isn't getting promoted. Like, that is your competition for a lot of these positions. All you have to do is go in, really honestly work hard. This is one of those times where work hard can and does pay off. It did for me. Get in there, work hard, be consistent, show up every day. Don't be, gossiping or starting problems. Stay humble, and you could move up within like a year or two, because the competition once you're in is so very low. I'm telling you, you stand out. It doesn't even take a whole lot. It doesn't even take a whole lot to stand out. You just have to show up, do your job, and be like a decent person and have some integrity. That's why I was promoted so quickly. I did have skills and I did have an education. I don't want to discount that and just say I had absolutely nothing and I worked my way up. But I was looking around at all the people that I was working with, and so many of them were half-assing things. And I'm like, well, that's not me yet. I don't care what I'm doing. I can't be half-assing things. I get bored. And so I just did the best job I could. I was cleaning toilets. There's not a whole lot to it, but I would be going around to other people's work areas after they clocked out because I had a later shift. That was part of what I had to do. And I saw their work and I'm like, dude, this is cleaning a toilet. If you can't do this well, there's no hope for you. Like, for me, I would be thinking about like, oh, well, what if, my mom came to this park or one of my kids or my wife came to this park? Like, I would want them to have a clean bathroom to use. So I scrubbed the hell out of these damn toilets and these bathrooms. I used so much disinfectant. I was like, this thing was shining. And I did that every single time. Is this the type of work that you could be just super proud of and be like, yeah, I cleaned the absolute best toilet of my life? It wasn't for me, but I didn't care, because I knew that if I just showed up and did my work well, I would automatically stand out, because so many people aren't doing that. Doesn't matter if this is like the lowest type of job that I could have had at that time. I didn't care. I had a family to support. That's what so many of these people thought. They're like, oh, well, I'm just, just cleaning bathrooms or picking up trash. Like, why should I even care? Because that's what you're doing now. A few months from now, a year from now, you could use this experience to move up. Once you're in, it's a lot easier to get a position, because they are much rather hire from an internal candidate than somebody outside, because you already know how government works. It is different than the private sector. It's a bit slower. There's a lot of bureaucracy. Change takes a lot of time. You have to go through a bunch of hoops. That's some of the downsides, but some of the upsides are the other things that I mentioned. But they're just thinking, okay, now I don't feel like doing this now. Okay, well, you're going to be stuck doing that forever. Me, I don't want to be here forever doing this. I want to get to a point where I really enjoy what I do, where I get paid well, which is right now. And this only took me 2 years. I started out making $43,000, and within 2 years, right now I make $77,000. And that's not a flex to be like, oh, well, I get paid so well. It's just, I'm super humble. And when it comes to this, and I'm super grateful, and I don't take any of it for granted, but I did work my butt off, while a lot of these other folks like slouched and left work or left, the areas unclean, so that the next person that comes in, it's their problem now. I always thought like, okay, somebody's coming in after me, after my shift. I want to make sure that I have them set up well, so they don't have to fix my work or anything like that. That is the type of thinking that gets you promoted very quickly in this type of position and gets you out of feeling like crap, like I did. I actually saw a way to move up, and I was like, this is for my family. I don't care how bad this looks. I don't care that I have to tell people I clean bathrooms. I don't care anymore. I just finally wanted to get to the point in life where I have a good, stable position, and I was willing to do what it takes to get there. And you don't even have to do what I did. Like, you don't have to work as hard as I did. The bar is so low. You could just be a little bit above the average. I'm telling you, it stands out. And say you have like a background in marketing and you go in there, cleaning toilets and stuff. You could still do like the schedule that I have now. I'm off every holiday. My usual schedule is 7 to 3:30. So you could still like build your projects after work, or still work on your education after work. You have a set schedule. Currently, I'm off every single weekend. The shifts lifts might vary if you're doing the type of work that I was doing, but I still knew what my schedule would be like. It wasn't like when I was working as a park ranger for the state, every schedule was completely different and there was no pattern to it. And I'd be like, well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, 2, 3, 4 weeks from now. My schedule is going to be crazy. Where what I'm talking about in local government, you have more of a stable schedule and you could actually build on something. So I'm begging you, please stop thinking about your first step and overthinking it. Just get in somewhere. Just get in first and then establish yourself and then work your way up. That was how it used to be. Social media convinced everyone that they should graduate college and, make $80,000. Maybe that works for you. I don't know. It didn't work for me. Didn't work for anyone else that I know. It took hard work, but yes, there is actually still a path. I'm telling you. And I don't want you to be in your, 30, if you're younger than 30 years old, like I was, feeling like an absolute loser, like the lowest point in my life. I don't want you to be there. And if you are there now, this is the sign to just go for it and apply. And if you want, I'll make another video about like how to make a resume for this type of position and how to interview. So honestly, please leave a comment and let me know if that's something you want to see, because honestly, nobody watches this shit anyway. So I don't know what you folks need. People in your 20s and 30s struggling. I'm trying to give you that. So if you want that type of video, then I'll make it and I'll show you exactly how, like the exact type of resume and the tools that I use to just get in. But fuck it, I'm going to make more videos like this because like I said, I just don't care anymore. Nobody's going to watch this shit anyway. And for the 1 or 2 people that are still left over, I really hope this provides some value to you, because I'm good now for the most part and I'm trying to give back. So that's it. And honestly, I don't give a shit if you subscribe or like or any of that. I don't really even care anymore. I just want to provide you with some value and help you like I've been helped.